How teacher in actual situation handles the school problems. As a teacher, one of the most common things that you'll come across in your career is dealing with challenging students. In case the behavioral problems that you are required to handle frustrate you, it would do you a lot of good to take some comfort in knowing that other teachers around the globe face the same challenges. The need to handle behavior issue is one of the additional packages that are tied to the teaching profession. The off-task two-step is the technique used to address minor disruptive behaviors, not paying attention, wandering around, ignoring the teacher, and talking in the class.
We'll start with step 1, positive reinforcement of on-task behavior. Mr. C notices that Richard is off-task. Instead of calling attention to Richard, he delivers positive reinforcement to nearby on-task students.
Here's a thumbs up ticket. Thank you for working so quietly. Good job. Let's see who else is working respectfully and quietly. Oh, look at my friend.
Without being directly corrected, Richard gets on task.
Quietly on her paper. Nice job. Oh, and my friend Richard. Thank you for doing such a good job finishing your worksheet.
When a student gets back on task, immediately give positive reinforcement.
It's easy to forget just how much students want our attention. If they don't get positive attention, they're often going to settle for negative attention.
Step 1 usually works for students who are motivated to get attention. But what about students who may be trying to avoid an academic challenge?
I'm looking for second graders that are on task, doing the right thing. Ooh, this whole table looks like they're doing an awesome job. Thumbs up ticket for all of you. Nice work.
I don't know what to do.
Well, let's see what we can do to help you out here. So you're doing a paper on penguins, right?
Some students are off task because they need help. So the second step is to offer them academic support so that they can get on task.
The best way to handle such students is by giving them positive instruction when trying to correct their endless noise making, while concurrently doing your best to avoid adverse instruction. Instead of using the typical no talking strategy, you should direct your instruction to these specific students by instructing them to remain silent. You should then follow up your request with a thank you for you to indicate that you acknowledge your request being adhered to. In case the talking happens while you're in the middle of teaching or addressing the class, the best solution is to stop talking. By doing so, you will have brought to a life reminder to your students that you are in charge and should be listening to you rather than talking among themselves. Some students intentionally refrain from concentrating on their classwork or even completing it to draw their teachers into a form of power struggle. You should always be keen to identify such students and never fall into their trap at any given time. The most prudent way to handle such students is by giving them choices that have consequences attached to them. Ensure that they are aware that if they do not finish their work within a given time frame, they are bound to miss out on the class free time or any other consequences that you find suitable to such a situation. Profession is excellent in a vast array of ways, with the highlight of it all being the power you are given to shape the lives of the students entrusted to you. However, it is important to note that it is not always a walk in the park due to the various challenges that you are bound to face, especially when dealing with children. As much as these problems could be overwhelming, you should know that there is always a way to solve them.